Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently ready to deploy, and we've got a decent amount of funding as well, so I'm not too concerned about funding. We can definitely do something that's maybe a little bit more on the difficult side. I would like something that gives a lot of salvage. There's this blackout. I don't like blackout missions, mostly because they only allow us to drop 6 units. That's primarily the reason why I don't like those. Beyond that, we could definitely look at something like this 523. That's also a blackout. This is a travel contract to outreach. We probably want to avoid that one. I don't know, maybe we should just bite the bullet and do the blackout mission. That's probably for the best. It's a free priority salvage too. It is against Comstar, so that'll be a little bit spooky. But we're going to need to ditch a couple of units here. And what units do we want to get rid of? I think unit number 1 to remove is our Shadowhawk. And we can move the Centaur over to this position because we do have to have something in this position. So we can definitely do that, but we are only allowed to drop 6 units, so we need to get rid of one other. And I think it's the Rifleman, to be honest. Or maybe the Hoplite. Maybe the Hoplite. Yeah, I'm going to drop the Hoplite. We'll put the Rifleman back in, and who is in that? I think that was Gorgon? Yeah. Gorgon, you can hop right on in there. That'll be fine. And I guess we'll just move the Black Knight over to here. We might as well. So we'll just put Capo in there. There we go. 6 units ready to go, and we'll bring these 6. I don't love leaving the Shadowhawk and the Hoplite behind, but I do feel like those are our weakest mechs right now, followed closely by the Rifleman. The Rifleman is not great, to be fair. So let's just deploy this as is, and let's go see how much damage we take here. It's only 3.5 skulls, so to be honest, it's not that difficult of a mission, but it is a blackout mission, so we know there will be 2 components to it. And we also know that we're only going to deploy 6 units and only up to 400 tons. That's just how blackouts work. I will see you guys after the loading screen. Okay, so here we are, all loaded up, and let's see what we've got.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, the Royal is staying at a position. Is this the dog one again? This is the target zone right here. So that's very, very close. We'll just establish immediately. I mean, moving through this quickly is good. So we'll just move up here and we'll see what we've got. Okay, yep, Henriette Bosch. Okay. So I believe that this is the same one as was very strange before. Maybe we should actually read the dialogue in this one. I don't know. We'll just hop up over here for now. We're going to enter combat. We see a heavy LRM turret and a sniper turret, and that's actually it for right now. So I'm going to take the Centaur up and melee this heavy LRM turret. Meleeing a turret is really weird, but we're going to do it regardless. Okay, so the turret just dies. I like it. That is phenomenal. Next up is going to be our Grasshopper. Oh, there are 2 more turrets here. There's a standard LRM turret and a standard LRM turret. I guess we can just walk in over here and melee this as well. I didn't notice these here, but they definitely exist. This one will go away. Fantastic.
Target eliminated.
And that's half of them gone. So the crossbow is not really close enough to do too much here, but we can definitely attack the sniper turret, and that is indeed the plan. Good damage to the sniper turret. The Black Knight, I want to move in and kick this LRM turret. It's on the ground. We might as well do it. 150 damage is quite a lot of damage, to be honest. Unfortunately, we didn't... Oh, we did one-shot it. For a second there, I thought we didn't, but we definitely did. Okay, so the Apollo can just position, like, somewhere up over here and finish off this sniper turret. It's pretty free. It core meltdown? Okay. What's going on, Commander? Why would they be firing at us? I have no clue, but I'm sure we'll find out at that other settlement nearby. Let's head out. So we showed up and someone yelled the name of a royal at us, and then turrets attacked us. We are very confused right now. Okay, we're exiting combat, so we need to go to the next location, which is over here, actually. Okay, sure, we can definitely do that. So we'll just start heading on down. No problem.
Coordinates received.
On my way.
And we'll sink a little bit of heat on the way.
Roger that.
But this will all be absolutely fine. So I want to move us up over here. We're going to head to the second settlement.
Rolling.
And we'll see what's going on up there. Last time we got this one,
Moving out.
it seemed like there was like
Move into position.
a dead family pet and some insurance fraud, and I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to just park the Centaur here,
On my way.
and we're going to let our mechs
Walking
catch
here.
up,
I'm there.
because we're pretty far away
Copy.
right now. So the Black Knight can
I
get
copy.
closed in over here, that's fine. The
Understand.
Centaur is just going to hold where it's at, and the Grasshopper can close into about here.
Acknowledged.
Now, that actually triggered it. I didn't expect that to, but... Lyran Settlement, Commander Magus here. We've been sent to check in on Henriette Bosch. She's unavailable. Go away. And you will get nothing unless you do what I told you. This is useless. Fine. We'll take what we want from here instead, then. Boys, raise hell. Sounds like there's more going on here than we expected, Commander. No time to figure it out right now, though. Okay. So there's definitely things happening. No doubt about that. We see that there are turrets. They are not part of this, though. There's a chameleon and 2 chameleons and 2 crabs. That's kind of disappointing in terms of the mechs that are available. Oh, what's this up here? A wyvern? There should be another unit. This is Comstar. 2 wyverns. Okay. That's fine. So we're going to move our crossbow up over here. We're still
Affirmative.
we're still out of combat at this time. There we go. Their spawn protection has been disabled. We probably want to allow them to move first, but with the Centaur having no evasive right now, I kind of don't
How can I
like
help?
not moving the Centaur. Everybody else, maybe. 46, 23, 23? Yeah, I mean, they've got 12 evasive at this time, so this is not ideal, but I'm going to position the Centaur here so that it has some evasive of its own. And we'll go for the rear arc on this wyvern, and actually, we destroyed the wyvern. Remarkable. I did not expect that to happen. But okay, we'll take it. So phase 17, that's going to, of course, be this crab. It fires on our Apollo. That's okay. I don't mind that. It can do that all at once.
System holding.
At this point, our Apollo is what ends up moving. I don't love being out here. Can we get a little further away? We'd have to sprint. But we can get into ideal range for this crab. So I'm going to do that. We're a little too close with the Apollo, but we can definitely start chipping down this crab's armor. So that'll be great. Chameleon jumps and fires on our Grasshopper. Our Grasshopper doesn't mind that. We do, however, know that that Chameleon has some machine guns. So both of these chameleons can be quite dangerous to our Centaur. That is definitely concerning. No doubt about that. We're going to move up with the crossbow. That's going to fire on the crab here.
Firing all weapons.
Not getting a ton done there,
Yes, Commander.
but that's okay. The rifleman can step up into this water. It will have some heat issues otherwise, so this is fine.
Alpha strike.
A solid pair of hits there. That's better than anticipated. So that'll be good. And we'll see if these turrets come online. I believe they will. So this crab is positioning here. That is a terrible place for this crab to go, for the record. And we'll see what this chameleon does. The crab is currently a good target for our Centaur. Okay, he's engaging the Centaur with the chameleon. That's the right call for him, but also the chameleon's gonna die here. So that's okay by
Will
us.
be done.
I want to move in. I'm thinking about meleeing this crab and hitting it in this side arc. This does expose our rear arc out over here, but I don't think we really care. That said, the kick is only available from this side, so I'm going to take this side.
Put my weight into it.
We successfully kicked the crab. That's a pretty big deal. We still missed the AC-20, though, awkwardly.
Reporting critical hit.
Did we stray shot it? No, we didn't. Okay. Just wanted to double check that. So where's that wyvern gonna go? Positioning there and not firing at all. Odd choice. I'm going to move the Black Knight up over here, and we're going to fire on the crab.
Roger that.
Little bit of internal damage there, but not huge on that crab. Turrets coming online, and they're turning to face you. Careful, Commander. Okay, so last time, the turrets, in fact, were on our side. Not so this time. So the Chameleon is going to come over here, or rather, the Centaur is going to come over here, melee the Chameleon in the rear arc. This is likely a kill.
Aye, aye. To hell with the weapon.
We did miss the melee attack. That's not great.
God, miss.
But it still could be a kill. It is not. But we did a lot of damage to the Chameleon, including destroying one of those dangerous machine guns. So I like it. It's weird to be thinking of machine guns in this game as dangerous. No doubt about that, but
Watch my
that's
stick.
absolutely what they are to us right now. So these turrets are going to need to be eliminated.
Showing minor
The
damage.
question is, are there any of them that are... Ooh, that's a long tom emplacement. We need to focus on that long tom emplacement with our fire
Standing
support
by.
at this time. So I'm going to take the Apollo up over here. There's also this heavy sandblaster here. That's going to be potentially painful. But the long tom emplacement absolutely needs to go away. So we're going to rain a bunch of missiles into it and whittle down its armor a bit. Phase 16 is going to be this Chameleon. And we'll see what it wants to do. It jumps and fires on our Centaur with that dangerous machine gun. Fortunately for us, it only hit one tick there. So that's all good. And that Chameleon is very close to being unsteady. So that's a potentially good target after we eliminate the turret. The turret is definitely the primary target here. No doubt about that.
Showing minor damage.
So at this point, it's going to be the crossbow that moves. Do we have anywhere that gives us an LOS on that turret? I don't... Wait, is this? That's an LOS on the turret. Okay. We go here, and we fire on the long tom. Okay. So the long tom doesn't get to fire. That's very important. That sandblaster is potentially a concern, especially with the rear arc of our grasshopper. And then this is just a heavy laser turret. I'm not too concerned about that. So the crab is moving now. It fires on the Apollo. The Apollo's armor is softening. So that is not a huge concern, but it is a concern, to be sure. Next up is going to be this Chameleon, which we were hoping would be dead. However, I can see both of its machine guns are currently offline. So that's reasonably fine. It jumps behind our Centaur and then doesn't do anything. It misses. So that'll be okay. Next up is going to be our Rifleman. The Rifleman can move up over here, and we could engage this crab, we could engage this wyvern. I think we're far better off to engage this heavy sandblaster. We're not going to kill it,
Here we go.
but we can significantly reduce its armor. And get some ECM jamming. Next up is our Black Knight, and I think that the Black Knight absolutely comes over here and hits the heavy sandblaster. It's likely, I think, going... it may not kill it. We'll see. A bunch of damage to it, but the sandblaster is still up. Yeah, that's not super shocking. There's a lot of good options for our grasshopper here. Is there anyone we haven't moved yet? Let's see, we're in phase 10? No, the grasshopper is our last mover. I don't want that sandblaster. Well, what does it have? We don't know what those missile weapons are. Potentially, this sandblaster might be a huge problem. I'm going to position here, and we're going to take out this heavy sandblaster. I want it gone. I don't want to have to worry about it firing on us. Okay.
One less target.
There we go. It's out of here. So the heavy laser turret does have machine guns. That's noted.
It's better me than Lady around.
Okay. Next up is our Centaur. Now, we can't, I don't think, get into position to attack this Chameleon, unfortunately. We can, however, position somewhere back here. This is in cover with 6 evasive.
Copy that.
And we'll just finish off this Chameleon. Cover. One very dead Chameleon there. So that looks good. Phase 17 is next. That's going to be this crab. That's okay. Our fire support can focus on this heavy laser turret for the moment. We'll see what the chameleon ends up doing. The chameleon is the primary danger at this point. Rear arc attack from the crab. I don't care about that. That is completely and totally okay.
A tickle.
Okay. So next up is our rifleman. I'm going to position the rifleman here. I'm going to fire on the crab. We might stray shot it. We did. Okay. That was not bad. Actually, that was a head hit. Remarkable.
That hit something good.
So that crab is weakening, but it's definitely not dead yet. It's very close, though. Not going to take too much more. This chameleon moves now. If it's smart, it will engage our centaur. We'll see how smart it is. It's not smart. Whoa. Never mind. That was an incredible shot. It just completely destroyed our unit there and killed Panic. Like, that was an ammo explosion into the leg, I believe. That was a remarkable shot from that chameleon. That should have been fine, but, you know, sometimes these things happen. So the grasshopper is going to move in and attack this wyvern. I want the wyvern gone. Losing Panic is not the worst thing in the world. We'll see how much damage happened to the Apollo. But the Apollo is not the best mech either. Honestly, that was a terrible attack. We had a really good hit on there, and things have suddenly turned very badly. Okay. I'm going to move up over here with our Black Knight. Gonna fire on this crab. Most of this is hitting the wyvern, which is expected. So softening up that wyvern is okay. Yeah, that's reasonably fine. The Apollo just suddenly exploding there. I mean, we knew that the armor was getting a bit weak, but all of those weapons all hit the exact same point there and got a crit. Yeah, sometimes these things happen. So for now, the rifleman is okay. And we're going to be able to start cleaning these up very quickly. So the crossbow can position about here. Do we want to take out this heavy laser turret? Honestly, yes. I want to start softening that up. That's very, very close to dead now. That's good. So next up is going to be the wyvern. And who's that going to attack? Gorgon. Okay. Now, also keep in mind, there is a chance that Panic was actually saved by our medical technology. It's a low chance, but the chance does exist. I want to be clear about that.
My armor's still solid.
We should assume that Panic is dead.
Orders.
We shouldn't plan for Panic to survive that, but there is a small chance. I'm going to finish off this laser turret.
Follow my lead.
Wow, it actually survived that.
Take that as a lesson.
Remarkable.
LRMs are out.
Okay, we're definitely seeing our luck turn a bit. No doubt about that. Things are starting to go a bit south for us, but it's not too bad. The Apollo's going to be expensive to repair. That's for sure. But these mechs here, we should be able to clean up quite quickly. Once we start actually hitting them again. That would be nice, of course. Let's just get a rear arc attack on this wyvern. 67.9% chance. We did hit it. Okay. The wyvern probably dies to this. Just some engine crits. Okay. I mean, the Black Knight isn't the best backstabber, so that's not super, super shocking. But I was hopeful. Oh, pilot panics and ejects after running 1 hex. Okay. Well, that happened. Sure.
Hitting out.
Let's continue to hit this crab, I think. Hit odds are... Yeah, definitely this crab. Okay. Getting a little bit more damage there, but the crab is definitely still kicking here. Our damage has been spreading out considerably over the surface of that crab. So, that's not shocking, but they're going to move up with their additional mediums here. The grasshopper will be fine for the moment.
Damage minimal.
Okay. So next up is going to be our grasshopper and our crossbow. Sure. I want to get that turret off of the field, for sure. The grasshopper's armor is starting to weaken. but it's okay for now. I
Yes,
don't think
Commander.
we'll have a sudden death like we did with our Apollo. Okay, let's get in behind this chameleon, and let's kick it, and we'll
the
rear
way.
arc attack.
Engaging.
We missed the kick. Unfortunate. We had about a 70% chance on that. Or I guess like a 56%. Yeah, that was pretty terrible, all things considered. That did not go well. Let's move up with the crossbow here and finish off this heavy laser turret. I'm just going to fire like this.
Engaging.
I want that turret gone. I don't want it doing any additional damage
One
to
less
us.
turret.
There we go.
my
Okay,
attention.
next up, the Centaur really wants to get into a side arc on this crab. So we'll position it here, and we'll hit the crab side arc. This has gotta kill it, right?
For House Arano.
Remarkably, the crab is still alive.
SRF
It is going to get knocked down. Our damage has spread out so much. Okay, he finally ejects, so that's good. Next up would be our crossbow, and the crossbow can go for either of these. I think that our best odds are, in fact, on this chameleon.
Targeting. Counter-strike.
So let's hit that chameleon side arc.
Reporting heavy fire.
There we go.
Standing by.
And the rifleman can close in a little bit over here and continue to hit probably... Hit odds are exactly the same. Let's hit that chameleon again.
Firing all weapons.
Okay, we nearly entirely missed the chameleon, but we did get a structure exposure on it.
Waiting for orders.
And our Black Knight can absolutely move in and hit the side arc of this crab.
Location
Let's go.
confirmed.
We missed our melee attack. Not super shocking at this point, to be honest,
Negative damage.
but still decent damage into the crab. Okay, next up is going to be the chameleon moving. We'll see what it decides to do. And we're just going to probably go after it with the grasshopper. It jumps
Being flanked.
and goes for the rear arc on our grasshopper. It does get a structure exposure and an engine crit there, remarkably. I mean, we knew that our armor was weakening. Yeah, that could definitely be a bad thing.
Orders.
We need to finish off this chameleon. Are we going to miss a 60% kick again? Probably. Let's see what happens.
Targeting for physical attack.
Oh, we actually hit it. Okay, so this chameleon's pretty good. We hit it with the AC-20 there.
Reporting.
We did a lot of damage to it. It got knocked down. But it only got reserved back to phase 12. The crab gets to move now. If it's smart, I would move behind the grasshopper and go for the kill on the rear arc grasshopper here. But that's not what it went for. It went for the front attack on the crossbow. I strongly disagree with this. I don't think this is a good move.
I'm under heavy fire.
Okay. Next up would be our centaur. And I would love to get the centaur into the rear arc of this crab, but it doesn't really have weapons anymore. We're pretty much out of ammo. So let's go for this chameleon
Locked on
instead.
target. I'll break him.
Okay. And
I'm
the
ready.
grasshopper, I'm going to move up over here, and we're going to go for a kick. I think that we don't fire the AC-20 here for heat purposes. But everything
Got it,
else.
Commander.
So that's a successful
Damn,
kick,
we're-
taking out the right leg.
Inflicted heavy hit.
And he ejects. Perfect.
Hey. Let's
So then the
flip
question
done.
is, just how bad is the Apollo? We know there was an ammo explosion, but we can probably replace that ammo, I think? The question is, how much did it take with it? Ooh, did he get in behind the grasshopper? Okay, he just took out the arm there. So we lost like 1 or 2 medium lasers. 1 medium laser. That's not a concern. So that's absolutely fine, and he exposed his rear arc to our crossbow here, who failed its sensor roll? No, actually. Just enemy effects, target moved, moving through the spore field. Okay. Structure exposure on the crab, engine heat sink crit.
Reporting. Critical hit. Waiting for orders.
And at this point, the Black Knight is just going to walk in, and I don't love this angling. We're going to have to walk in over here and swing a kick. We will likely miss it. Yes. Indeed we do. But we're just going to take this side arc
No
attack.
luck.
Now that didn't go too well, but that's not shocking. At this point, the rifleman is going to move in out over here.
Got it.
And we're going to continue to fire on this crab, although I'm not going to fire the large lasers for heat
Target
purposes.
lock on enemy pick.
Okay. So we got that attack in there.
Orders.
We could come in and try to melee the crab from one of these angles, and I think that's our best bet here. Okay, we did successfully melee the crab there. That's a very big deal, because that now means that the crab is unsteady, and we
Yes, Commander.
can move our grasshopper directly into its rear arc. We'd have to punch from this position, or we could move here and kick. I think we move here and kick. And I am going to fire the AC-20 as well. We miss our kick even without evasive. Oof, that's rough.
Damn it.
But we did hit the AC-20,
Hell yeah.
so that's good. This guy doesn't move until phase 13, and actually he ejects. Okay, let's wrap this up and let Ms. Bosch go back to her life. We'll grab our pay and go. Okay, so we don't know what was going on there. That was different from the last one. Good to know. So the question is, what state is that Apollo in? I mean, we can definitely afford to repair it. The question is, do we have the equipment that we need to repair it? Just how much damage did it take? And did our pilot survive? There is a chance, but it's a low chance, a very, very low chance. We might have to bring in a new pilot. So we get 1 million C-bills for that. This says killed in action, but we'll see. So yeah, the Apollo definitely took a lot of damage there. Wait. Oh, the Apollo stores its ammo in the torsos? I guess I never changed that. That's my own fault, if so. Absolutely. We don't actually like any of this salvage. I guess we could take an MRM-30, Artemis 4 attachment, engine heatsink +2, maybe an engine core 300, endosteel structure. Those are all decent. We could also take this long tom ammo, but we don't have a long tom to use it with. So I think for now, we're just going to take this, and we'll see what we get out of the roulette. We get a lot of things. I'm going to keep all of it. Okay. Now the question is, does our mech warrior survive? Probably no, but I believe we have like a 5% chance. And then how much is it going to take to get the Apollo back online? And how much of a downgrade is it going to be? We'll see. It's going to be very interesting to find out. We're going to move some stuff around, that's for sure. But that ammo explosion into that torso, that was rough. I had thought that we had changed that into the legs, but apparently not. That's why you don't want the ammo in the torso. Oh, wow. The Apollo was fully unrecoverable. Okay. Well, Panic has died. That's not shocking. The Apollo being fully unrecoverable is surprising. So, what do we want to replace it with? I mean, we've got the Trebuchet. The Trebuchet kind of sucks. No doubt about that. We do have 2 Archer parts. We have a lot of parts here. I would love to get, like, this Epimetheus online. Unfortunately, we only have 4 parts for it. So is there anything else in here that we can bring online? I mean, there's a Tiger main battle tank that we've got 4 parts for. But broadly, no, is the answer. So we're going to have to maybe refit our Trebuchet. This is going to be a decided downgrade. That said, there's a lot of work we can do to our Trebuchet here. So I'm going to temporarily actually just strip all equipment. There we go. And this is an Engine Core 250, which I think is fine to keep. So we'll keep that for right now. And I would like to put in an FCS, probably Artemis 2. We can slap on some ferrofibrous armor and endosteel structure. That's going to be reasonably expensive right there. Max out that armor, and that gives us 17 tons to work with. Now, can we upgrade our LRM-15s to LRM-20s? The answer is no. We don't have any LRM-20s on hand. I'm not going to try to slap on an Arrow 4. I think that would be a bad idea. So we're going to go with an LRM in this torso, which is slightly more protected, and then an LRM-15 in this arm. And then we have 3 tons to work with. So we've got 2 tons of LRM ammo here. Each of these is 120 ammo. Okay. And then we have 1 additional ton to work with. So we've added a lot of extra armor to this, for sure. We can definitely put on a medium laser here. That seems reasonably fine as a backup weapon. We don't need these other medium lasers. So we've got 0.3 tons to work with. Do we have a half ton of LRM ammo that we could toss in here? Probably. Yeah, we've got a half ton of LRM ammo. We can do that. And then we can just reduce our weight here by a little bit. It doesn't need to be much. So we can remove like 1 point of armor from each location for now. And we'll see how much more we need. I'm not going to remove any from the head, though. That gets us pretty close. 1 additional from each leg. And then 1 additional from the center... A couple additional from the center rear. Yeah, something like that. This mech should not be being attacked from the rear arc. Okay. Let's validate that. That will get the Trebuchet upgraded. I don't think it'll be as good as the Apollo was, but, I mean... It'll do, and until we can get something else. We'll also need to hire in a new mech warrior and get them at least training. So who are we going to hire here? Let's see. I mean, Jammer would be an interesting option, but he can only drive vehicles and he's got Leadfoot. I don't think that we go for that. So that means that Klisk here would be the next option. Okay. So we'll hire Klisk, and we'll put her into the simulator for right now. That'll be fine. And we're basically ready to get our repairs and deploy again, but it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will miss the Apollo, but we will be fine. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.